Hey everyone, I'm Ravi Baghla from Ravishing Homes, powered by REMAX Realty Services. If you're a first-time home buyer in 2025, you've probably asked yourself, should I wait or should I buy now? Today, my goal is to break it all down for you, clearly and honestly. We'll look at the pros and cons of buying now versus waiting, what the actual data is telling us, and how you can make an informed decision. By the end of this video, you'll have a much better framework to decide if 2025 is the year to get those keys. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into it. Alright, so let's first talk about why so many potential buyers are choosing to wait it out. One of the biggest elephants in the room is the fear that home prices might drop further. Then there's the whole interest rate saga. Many buyers are holding out hope that interest rates will come down significantly. Beyond prices and rates, there's a broader uncertainty about the job market and the overall economy. Job security is paramount when you're committing to decades of payments, and let's not forget the sheer overwhelm of the down payment and all the associated closing costs. For first-time buyers, scraping together that initial lump sum is often the biggest hurdle. But here's the flip side. Waiting has a cost too. While you're waiting, life is still happening. Rents are often still rising, meaning more of your money is going to a landlord instead of building your own equity. It's a balancing act, and understanding both sides of the equation is key. So, we've talked about why people are hesitant. Now, let's shift gears and look at what's happening in the Ontario and Greater Toronto area markets as we navigate 2025. The first thing to note is that after the turbulence of the past few years, we're seeing prices down in almost all areas. The crazy bidding wars and unconditional offers that defined the peak are largely a thing of the past. In certain segments, particularly condos and detached homes, we've even seen major dips from their absolute highs, and prices are more or less stabilized in many markets. This stabilization is a key feature of the current market. Another significant factor in 2025 is the increase in inventory. We're seeing more listings come onto the market, giving buyers more choice and, crucially, more negotiating power. Now, let's talk interest rates. Yes, they are still higher than those ultra-low pre-pandemic levels that many people got used to. However, we have started to see some small incremental cuts from the Bank of Canada. Furthermore, we're seeing some government programs and incentives aimed at helping first-time buyers get into the market. A cooler market means less frenzy, more rationality, and more power in your hands as a buyer. Chapter 3. The ticking clock. Why waiting could end up costing you more. Let's start with the most straightforward one: price appreciation. Even a modest increase in home prices can add up very quickly. Imagine prices rise by just 3 to 5% over the next year. That's tens of thousands of dollars more you'd need for your down payment and mortgage. While no one has a crystal ball, historically, real estate in desirable areas like the GTA tends to appreciate over the long term. Then there's the interest rate paradox. Many people are waiting for rates to drop. But what happens when they do? Well, all those other buyers who are also on the sidelines, waiting for the same thing, are likely to jump back into the market. Beyond the direct financial costs, waiting also means you're delaying the process of building equity in your own asset. Every month you pay rent, that money is gone forever, paying someone else's mortgage. The point here is that waiting isn't a risk-free strategy. More often than not, time in the market is more important than timing the market, especially when it comes to your primary residence. Chapter 4. Smart pauses. Knowing when waiting is actually the right call. Now, after everything I've just said about the potential costs of waiting, I want to be crystal clear. There are absolutely situations where waiting to buy a home is not only sensible, but is, in fact, the right move. So let's talk about the scenarios where hitting the pause button and strategically waiting makes perfect sense. First and foremost, if your credit isn't in good shape, waiting is crucial. Similarly, if you haven't saved enough for a down payment and all the associated closing costs, it's wise to wait. Job stability and your connection to your current city are also huge factors. If you're in a precarious job situation, constantly worried about layoffs, or if you're in a contract role with an uncertain future, taking on a mortgage is a massive risk. Another key consideration is whether you're truly ready for the long-term commitment and responsibilities of homeownership. The crucial thing here is that if you are waiting for one of these valid reasons, use that time proactively. Don't just sit still and hope things change. If it's credit, make a plan to improve it. If it's savings, create a budget and stick to it. Use this waiting period to build a solid strategy, educate yourself about the home buying process, and get all your ducks in a row. So, we've covered a lot today. Why people are waiting, what the 2025 market actually looks like, the potential downsides of delaying your purchase, and when hitting pause is absolutely the smart call. The truth is, there's no perfect time to buy a home. If you're waiting for every single star to align perfectly, you might be waiting forever. If you're ready financially and emotionally, this current market environment could very well be your window of opportunity. Want help deciding if this is your moment? Or maybe you need a strategy to get ready if you're not quite there yet. Call me at 905-302-5070 or visit ravishinghomes.ca. I'm Ravi Baghla from Ravishing Homes, powered by REMAX Realty Services. Your prosperity is our priority. Thanks for watching. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.